So, when looking for a tool for alternative learning environments, something like blended learning or fully online, I already use a tool, a gamified classroom tool that presents lessons online called Resly, and I've talked about it a few times. But I went looking for another one. Resly is great in that it does gamify. It gives ranks and points and awards and things like that for as kids complete quests or lessons. But what I like most about the tool is I present my lessons online. Again, they call them quests. And as a student completes them, it either automatically opens up the next quest for them, or I have to approve the one they submitted, and then it opens up the next quest for them. That empowers them, giving them choice in what they're doing, allows people to be at different points and things like that. One of the things I don't like about Resly is if I resubmit it, send it back to the student so that they have to do something else. Like I say, hey, this is great, but you could also do X, Y, Z. Please do that and resubmit. They see that. But if I say, hey, everything here was great, I really like how you did X, Y, Z, there is no impetus. There's no, they're not required in any way to go look at that. And I've made quests where it says, go look at your completed assignments and respond. So I'm always kind of looking for another tool. So when I went looking for other tools, I found Gradecraft. It's similar in that it lets you build lessons and things like that, but you can, on the conditions, say feedback has been read and other conditions. So the conditions for advancing them to the next lesson, there are more of them. What I don't see yet in this tool is gamification. I don't see badges and awards and things like that. So anyways, so my plan with this is, so I'm going to set up a lesson or a unit, a group of lessons for my students and work with them and maybe have them make some of the lesson parts or get involved in also building it and try this tool out. Try it from the student and the teacher perspective and see how it works, and have them, students that have been using Resly up until now, see if they like this tool any better or any different. So I'll actually get to work with them on the tool for a unit. And then, after I've worked with the students and get a good idea how this works and have a model unit, that's when I'll present it to the teachers. And maybe the model unit we make with the students will be something that also works with the teachers. Maybe I'll do some digital citizenship lesson or something about other digital security, things like that, and take the teachers through it and show them to how the process works. So that's how I'll model it for the teachers. Maybe actually have them use it as a student, see if they like it. How does it empower the students? Well, again, it's giving students choice. They have a few lessons available to them. They can pick what they want to do at that time, so they don't necessarily need to all be working on the same thing at the same time, not working at the same pace. If today they just don't feel like doing a certain type of task, they can choose not to. And also I have Resly set up so that they can kind of take different paths. Maybe they don't go as far on image editing, and they instead delve into doing composition techniques or something like that. So they have choice where they go. I also have some quests set up that are kind of open-ended. Go find your own learning. Go find your own task you want to learn. So giving the students choice and choice of pace and all that. And I also like the tool allows them to fail. So it's not that they do an assignment, turn it in, and this person got a 50% and this person got 100%, and we move on. With Resly, they send me the quest, and I ask for corrections, and I send it back. And it looks like with Gradecraft, I can do the same thing. Same thing. So I think it hits every category in the ISTE standards under empowered learner. They can set their own learning goals and develop strategies for attacking those goals and all that. And students are using technology to seek feedback. I mean, and part of it is not just the tool, but also what I do within the tool. In photography, they're providing their photos online, getting feedback there, things like that. So I think most of the items under Empowered Learner are are getting hit. Another similar tool is Classcraft. It is. It also allows the building of lessons and the advancement from one lesson to the next, like in Resley and in Gradecraft. But this is, and it's gamified, but it's much more RPG story based. I think this one is probably more valid for a younger age group, middle school or maybe elementary. So this is one I went to a session at, I think the last or two NCCEs ago on this one. And it looked pretty exciting. I have not delved farther into it, but if you have a younger group of kids, this might be a good one to try. Again, it's Classcraft. Um, Students build their characters and advance through a story that has the lessons built in. So it looks pretty cool too.